Hi friends, and welcome back to my channel. So I wanted to do something a little different for this video. I wanted to show you guys my affordable way to clean my makeup brushes and sponges. So what I use, I'm having to use my cell phone for this video. So what I normally buy is this soap called Zote, Z-O-T-E. This is the white one. I typically get the pink one, which I have in this Tupperware container. It's all broken up, but I get this from Walmart. It is $1 for this big old bar. It's considered a laundry detergent in a bar form. It's a 14.1 ounce. They are $1 always. Like I said, I always get this. They last so long, but I have my leftovers in here. So typically what I'll do is I'll just turn the water on, add a little bit of warm water inside of it just to kind of soften the soap up a little bit. And then I have all of my brushes here. So these are my current dirty eye brushes right here and highlighter brushes. And then I have these face brushes in here that are all dirty. So I'm going to just show you guys how I do it and explain it to you, and then we're going to just kind of speed through all of this. Sponges, which are in here, and then I also have some here on the counter as well. But yeah, I just go ahead and get the water warm, and then I'll add a little bit of soap in here. I'm sorry, not soap, but water inside my soap. So like I said, you can find this at Walmart for $1. It lasts forever. Affordable, and it does a really good job. Get this water warmed up. And I did film a video on this look here. The only difference is I took the lashes off because I'm not going anywhere or anything. But yeah, so I just basically I will add a little bit of water like this in here. Do you see that little bit of water? Just to kind of soften the soap up a little bit. I do use this little thing here that I got for my birthday from a friend. You can find these at Ross, Target, Walmart. I know Ross has a ton of them and they're super inexpensive. So yeah, definitely check that out. I just put that on my hand like that. And then what I'll go ahead and do is I will have to go ahead and turn the water on, obviously, to wet the brush. Then I turn it off, and then I'll go in to the soap, which I might bring you guys lower so you can kind of see what I'm doing. Let's see if I can get this to work. What I do is I just take the brush and I rub it a little bit into the soap like that. And then what I'll go ahead and do is I will go back to my little thing here and I will just kind of wiggle it around. And sometimes it won't stay super wet, so I'll just kind of repeat the process of going back in. Do you see all that gunk coming off there? Gross, huh? But yeah, so this is what I do. I just go through, and sometimes my daughter will help me, and sometimes I will do this myself, and I'll try to go through them really quickly. Sometimes it takes me longer than other times. So I just kind of go back and forth, just like so, until I see like that the soap is starting to, you see how now it's getting a little bit more on the white side where it doesn't seem to be so dirty. And what I typically go ahead and do is I'll set the brush aside and I rinse all at the same time. So I usually would just set it on my counter there and then move on to the next one. And I like to put water in this as well because then I don't have to keep turning the water back on. So I'm just letting some more hot water. I'm going to kind of put quite a bit in there this time just because I don't want to have to keep turning the water on. But it's okay. It's not going to like make your soap small right away or anything like that. Plus, I mean, it lasts so long. So this is what I do. Like I said, I do have to go back in the soap sometimes. Some of the makeup sometimes is a little harder to get off depending how long the brush has been sitting with the product on it. See how clean that's Sorry guys, see how clean that's getting compared to what it was? I just go back and forth. This front part's supposed to be for like the face brushes and then the eye brushes, but I just kind of like to go in between all of them. So just like that. And I pretty much do the same thing for my eye brushes as well. Same tactic, same thing. But what I do for so with my sponges, I'm gonna just quickly show you, and then I'm gonna speed through and just kind of wash as many as I feel like washing for now. And then I'll show you how I lay them out and all of that afterwards. So my sponge is wet here. So typically I don't put it on this because if I go back and forth, it will rip it. So what I typically do is I'll dip it in the soap like I normally would the brush. And then this is what I do. See, the soap's right on there, and I just gently take my thumbs and I just kind of squeeze it in, kind of rubbing at the same time. Just like that. See, the soap's going on there. It does a pretty good job of, and then sometimes I will go back and forth on my hand, but I find that going like this, kind of using like a massaging technique, works so much better. So I got all the top part out. Now I'm just going to go on the bottom. My sink does get pretty dirty. Afterwards I have to go ahead and clean it, obviously. But see how that just got super clean? See that? This is a Real Technique sponge that I'm cleaning right here. And then I just squeeze it. You can see the makeup coming out of it. And then when I go to rinse it again, it usually will come all the way out. But yeah, that's pretty much how I do them. Like I said, I do the same thing for my eye brushes. So I'm just going to go ahead and do some more of these. I'll go ahead and put it on camera and probably speed through or whatever. And then I will show you, come back and show you how I go ahead and lay them to dry. I have a few brushes here clean, so I just want to show you how I rinse them because I didn't show you that. So basically what I do is I clean this off, this little purple thing, and I just take water in there. And then I normally would just let the water run right underneath it. So the water's running, and then I'll just place it like this until all the soap is gone. Just like that, and then I will squeeze out the water. And I do use really hot water because I like to clean off any bacteria. Sometimes a little makeup will stay on the brushes, just a little bit, like I said, depending on if they've been sitting for a long period of time and they're stained or, you know, whatever the case may be. Sometimes I forget how hot the water is and I get burned. Fairly easy easy. It's nothing complicated. I think that you definitely don't need this, but I will say if you can find an affordable one, I know Ross has them for like less than $5, and I've seen them at Five Below. If you have a Five Below near you for less than $5, it's definitely a great tool to have. You definitely don't need a super expensive one to get what you're needing to get done. So yeah, I would definitely recommend finding one of those, because I just feel like it gets through the bristles a lot better than just kind of swishing it back and forth on your hand. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and wash some more, and then like I said, I'll come back on here, show you how I lay them out to dry. All right guys, talk to you here soon. Okay guys, so hi, I'm back. I'm going to show you, I washed a ton of them. I'm going to show you how I store them to dry and all of that. So I do have this guy here. This is one of those, you know, brush things that you can put through. I got this at Ross for $5. Definitely check out your local Rosses if you have one in your area. I know a couple of people said they don't. I'm so sorry about that you don't, because Ross is awesome. But if you don't have that, definitely check out a TJ Maxx, some Marshalls, because they're very close. So what I do is I squeeze the water, and then I just put it through like this. Now obviously this is not going to fit all of my brushes because I have way too many. And then I have this guy here, which is from the brand Sigma. I got this at the department store where I live, called Von Moore. They had it on clearance for like $9. So I picked it up. It is a little difficult to use because it has these little guys here and they're fairly small. You have to kind of really stick them. I almost feel like they're only good for Sigma brushes. I really only use these tops. These bottoms are like for them to shape back and dry. See there, it's so difficult to get the brushes through there, so I don't really use this a ton. But I mean, for $9, I kind of regret purchasing it, but at the same time, I'm just like, well, you know, whatever. But yeah, so what I do is I just squeeze any excess water out of my brushes, and then I go around and I find a place for them in this little spinning guy. And then once I have no more spots for any of them, and normally I'll like kind of reshape them like that, you know. And then once I have no more spots for any other guys on this one, then what I'll do is I'll lay them flat on my bathtub. And I'll show you how I do that as well once I get this thing all packed in. I did do some eye brushes as well because this has spots for eye brushes. I still have a ton more brushes to wash. Definitely nowhere near being done, but you know, that's typically what happens because you will wait till you have so many brushes. Like I said, I found this guy right here at Ross for $5. I have seen them like at the Five Below as well. I don't know if it's the same brand. And then later on, what I'm going to have to do is after they dry, I go around and I clean all of the handles, because from me touching them with the soap and everything, it gets pretty gross. So it looks like I've used all my big spots there, so that's not going to fit. I do have a few more smaller spots that can fit here. So I look for, you know, the brushes that have a little bit thicker handles. Let's see, this one will probably fit. I think this is a 12 brush holder if I'm correct. If I remember correctly. I believe it's a 12. Okay, that one's too fat. There goes my dogs again. Okay, so I think that's good like that. So as you guys can see, can you see that I'm just spinning it around? And then I go ahead and I place it on my counter. And what's really nice is that any of the water falls to the bottom so it doesn't get on the counter. And The rest of these larger brushes, what I do, like I said, is I just go ahead and squeeze any excess water out of them. And then I lay them nicely flat on my bathtub. This was not a great purchase, but you know, I'm gonna try to use it anyway so I can get, so see, just like that. Some will fit, some will not. I'm going to come over to this one because it's a little smaller. There we go. Just kind of have to play with it. It's like a puzzle, a weird puzzle. My dog, she's a baby. She's a German Shepherd, but she's already almost 7 months. But we can be petting her like when we get home because she's missed us all day. Like right now, my husband just walked in and I know he's petting her. But at the same time, she's crying and like she won't stop crying. She's like trying to tell him, I guess, about her day. I don't know. But it's kind of funny because it's like a child, you know, how babies are. Okay, so just like that. Do you see how I'm doing that? Now they have like extra spots for like where you can put one in. But some of my brushes are a little bit bigger than the others. So I'm just going to skip a few spots, and I don't mind laying them on my bathtub like I told you guys. Okay. So definitely a very affordable, easy way. I will say that it's very time consuming, which I'm sure most of you know that washer brushes. But I just wanted to share with you guys how I do it, show you what I do, and an easy, affordable way to wash your brushes. So these guys right here, so I got all of the ones I could fit in this eye brush. I'm going to take this over to this side. And this is what I do. I just place them right here on my bathtub counter. Right there. And then what I go ahead and do for the remainder of them, I'll show you. So these are the bigger ones that don't fit. So what I'll typically do, is I come over to my bathtub like I told you guys, and I just go ahead and I place them down here like this. I did do one sponge so far. I didn't do any more sponges. I have all of that left, all those brushes left. So I think I'm going to take a break and then come back and do the rest of them in just a little bit. They do sometimes fall. To go ahead and hang them over a little so that if there's any water, it can drain down. There shouldn't be like a ton of water though, because I do try to squeeze out all the water. But so this is what it will end up looking like. Obviously, I'd have a lot more brushes here if I did all of them, or if I had a lot more. I'm sorry, faster not having so many. And then there's the container that I had the initial brushes. That brushes broke. But yeah, this is pretty much what I do. By tomorrow, they should be dry. They do really, really well in drying. And then what I do for my sponges, towel that I have, and I lay them right there on the towel. Just like that. So those are my face brushes. Those are some of the face and eye. That's just how I set it up there. I got to do all these still, which I will not need to show you guys. I showed you pretty much, but some more of these can go on that round Sigma thing that I told you guys about. And then these sponges will just go over there as well. Hi friends. So the video that I'm posting, I'm actually doing my outro for the video that I did on my makeup brushes. I don't know what happened to the footage towards the end, but it got messed up. So I'm just going to do the outro for the video. This is how I clean my makeup sponges, brushes, and on an affordable way. Easy, quick, affordable way. I hope that you guys enjoyed. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up. Let me know down in the description or in the comments what you use for your makeup brushes and sponges to clean them. I'd like to know what you guys use. And also, I thank you for those that are subscribed. If you're not subscribed, we'd love for you to hang around and subscribe if you'd like to see more videos from me. This is going to conclude this video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed. And until the next video, I will see you guys later. Bye, guys.